Hey y'all. It's been a while since I've done a video diary. I was doing some travel videos when I was on the road in the summertime, but I guess I don't really need to go somewhere to talk to y'all, so here we are. It's been raining here pretty much nonstop, which has been a huge drag, but it was already way too cold to go outside for me for the most part. I was doing my best to go out on the weekends at least, because that's usually when I get in longer rides. So it's worth it to, bundle up for a 2-3 hour ride. But for more power workouts, for me, it just makes more sense to ride on the trainer, especially around here in this neighborhood. There's not a whole lot of infrastructure that is supportive of intervals. What do you call them? The margins, the road margins are very narrow, so I have to, pay attention to the whole not dying part, not getting hit by a car, and so that kind of takes away my focus from trying to hit specific power numbers. So for the shorter rides, and with the intervals and stuff, I've been trying to, ride on the trainer, and I don't know if it's a unique setup, to be honest, but what I do is I have my bike. And then I have my laptop that's set up, connected to Zwift. So my bike's on a smart trainer. I've got a Cyclops hammer that Zwift hooked me up with, so thanks for that. And so I hook my smart trainer up to my laptop that has Zwift on it with there's a Ant Plus adapter guy that plugs into the USB port. And so I use that for the heart rate monitor. But I learned through a lot of trial and error this week that in order for me to do my workouts and not spin out on Zwift, I have more control if I connect the trainer through Bluetooth. I haven't figured out all the science yet, but that's how it works. So I have my Zwift set up with my laptop, and then I also have the TV within view, and I'll put, if it's like an endurance ride, then I'll just put something on the TV. So that's my setup for Zwift and for winter training. And if it's intervals and the harder stuff, then I try and put on some upbeat music because I can't focus on the interval if I'm watching something entertaining. How my brain works. But that means I'm missing out on my podcasts and in my audiobooks. So I might next week do more podcasts and audiobook listening. But it's not as entertaining when I'm not going anywhere. I like listening to podcasts and audiobooks when I'm riding around the neighborhood. So that's that. There has been a lot of talk about women's racing next season and what's going to happen with certain races. So they've released some information about the Tour of California, and I honestly haven't read up on all of it, but I know they're going to do a women's stage on Mount Baldy, which everyone seems to be really, really excited about. But the thing I noticed is that there's only 3 women's stages, and I'm not super thrilled about that. I know that the chances of me being able to ride Tour of California this year are very, very slim, unless some things go very, very right in the beginning of the year and I get the opportunity, which, hey, I'm here for it if it's there. But I think for the women that, I'm not pro yet, and I train so hard, and I work so hard, and I dedicate so much time to this. And so I know that the women who are pro and who are on teams and who do have contracts are working equally hard, if not harder. And to see the way that women's racing has been continually, underestimated and overlooked it pisses me off. It's really freaking annoying. 3 stages is dumb. It's something, but it's dumb. We can do better. You can do more. And I'm not a race promoter or whatever, but I know that the opportunity to do more will always be there. And just with the whole representation thing, one of the major points that I always make is that if you want something to happen, you have to be deliberate and you have to be intentional. There will always be a reason why you can't and why you maybe shouldn't, but if you make it a priority to do it, then it might actually get done, And so I'm really excited to see the Colorado Classic folks making some initiative there They haven't announced the courses yet, I don't think they have their cities together yet, but they're canceling the men's race, which means that we'll basically have some sort of iteration like the men have Utah, which is men only in America, and we can't do that. There's tons of races that women can't do abroad, but my like main parallel that I draw when I think of them canceling the men's race for Colorado is that there's no women's race for Utah. So I think it'll be really cool to see how that pans out. I really hope that they, invest in making the Colorado Classic a legit, amazing experience for the women. In the past years, it's been a good race, but I think it has the potential to be a great race. And I'm really excited to see how that turns out, to be honest with you. I think it's really cool that they're taking this initiative to focus on women and focus on women's racing and grow it and invest in it. So we'll see what that really looks like over the next couple of months and how that pans out. I think my dog has fallen asleep. I don't know if you can hear him snoring. Moji! Sorry, buddy. Hi! Okay. So California, thanks for Mount Baldy. You're on the right track. But maybe in 2020 we can do Mount Baldy and, all the other stuff that the men are doing too. I think, I talked to the Colorado promoters a little bit this year and last year, and they asked me what I thought, and the thing that I kept telling them is that it will be what you make it. It will appear how you make it appear. If you sell it as a sideshow or if you sell it as a lesser than type thing, then that's exactly what it's going to be. So there's a huge opportunity here. So make it big, make it count, make it, it's the main and the only event at the Colorado Classic this year, but there's still that possibility that it'll just seem like this underdog women's like corner niche thing, and it doesn't have to be that way. It can be exciting, it could be awesome, and that's what I'm hoping for. I know that they have the resources and the talent to pull it off, and the women show up every single year and put on an amazing show. And I don't know if I've ever watched a professional women's race that wasn't exciting. So there's always that, like we got that, and it's time for the industry and the race promoters to invest in that. Stop making it like a tack-on thing. Make it a priority, because it should be at this point. I guess those are my thoughts on that. I am really excited to see the sun come out again. Like I said before, it's been raining nonstop, and that sucks. I'm not... Actually, I am. I want to go to Texas for the New Year. So New Year's Eve, New Year, my godmother lives in Houston, and I'm really hoping that maybe it's warmer there. I haven't checked the weather, but I'm hoping I can like ride outside and be happy in like shorts and like short sleeves and like just enjoy riding bikes and not being cold. I have the appropriate gear. Thank you to Assos for sponsoring me this year and hooking me up with adequate equipment, because in past years the winter has been a complete shutdown. Like I just can't go outside even if I wanted to. But this year it's a choice, and with rain I choose not to go outside because I get sick so easily when it comes to cold rain. I can do rain, I can do cold, but I cannot do cold rain, and I'll only do it if I absolutely have to. And I don't, so I'm not going to do that. I will be able to talk about more things as the new year draws closer, I guess, about what's going on with me. But if you had anything that you wanted to talk about, or you wanted me to talk about, if you had any questions about stuff, nutrition's a hot topic for me lately. I'm waiting the results for a nutrition analysis from a dietitian. So wish me luck for good, helpful news that will help me figure out how to eat better and feel better. I've been training harder than I have in the past, and I'm not sure how to feel for that, so I'm trying to figure all that out. So if you have questions or comments or whatever, you can leave them in the comments below, or if you take the time to watch any of my other YouTube videos and you have questions about that and you want me to talk about it, you can use the hashtag QBF Diaries in your comment on those videos, and I will try and address those as much as possible. And yeah, please subscribe. There's a little fox in the corner. You can click on and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on all social media, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at I suppose, AYESUPPOSE. Hey guys, I was sitting in the chair like this, and my husband said it looked weird, but I'm gonna make you look at my weird pose. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that I am working really hard to create more awesome content for you guys, and I would really appreciate it if you would support my Patreon at patreon.com/aquickbrownfox. You can also sign up to do Better Together, my virtual ride series, and it's not just beneficial to me. If you join, you not only help me create a more diverse, inclusive community, but you have the opportunity to win a free bike and possibly a free group set of your choosing. More information on that and how you can win that SRAM group set at dobetterride.com. And subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking that little fox in the corner. And don't forget to follow me on all social media at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at I suppose, AYESUPPOSE. This pose isn't weird, right? Thanks for watching. Bye.